Well, now I've lost Mr. Matheny altogether, so let's see what happens next. Ladies, we're still waiting for your grandfather or father or whoever he is to come back in. We'll sort this out.
She was gonna sign back out and try to sign back in and
She
make sure
did.
she had audio and video on, but that's the number in case
All right, thank you.
there's any problems.
That's different than the number I have. You guys look like the stateroom scene in A Night at the Opera where everybody's all crammed in a little amount of space. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but there's a very old movie.
We're just trying to make sure that you know we're all here.
All right, you're all here. I can see you. If we could get the plaintiff in here, we could accomplish something.
That's all that matters. Never all here. We just didn't want to have a bunch of phones on there when we could just use one.
No, this is fine. It's adequate. I have no complaint. You can hear me and see me.
Yep.
I'm just gonna call that number.
Hello,
Hello, may I speak with Ken Matheny, please?
this is him, sir.
All right, we've been struggling with your connection here and we've squandered a bunch of time. So I thought I would just call you by telephone. All of the defendants are here. Shake.
I know, I can see them all and.
All right.
But they broke into my room.
All right, stop. We're in a court proceeding. We're not sitting around the kitchen table. So I've advised them of their rights as tenants in a landlord-tenant proceeding, and you want them to move out. Now, is your daughter, is Krista, or your granddaughter?
My
His daughter.
And my granddaughter is the head of Peyton.
All right,
And
all right.
Shay is my youngest granddaughter, half sister.
All right. Anyway, he wants you all to move out. He alleges that you're trashing his house on Monroe Street and he wants you to move. What's your position?
He told me I could stay if I got rid of the problem, which is my 16-year-old daughter. And
Well,
I'm not
he
gonna-
wants you all to move.
Right.
And so there's no lease. You're not paying any rent. You, according to him, let a bunch of friends come in and you're trashing his house. So the law requires that I adjourn this for 7 days. Mr. Matheny, is anyone paying any rent?
No,
Am I correct? Your daughter let all these other people move in with her.
well, there was one person, but he hasn't been here.
And there's no lease.
People coming in and out. She's doing bad things that she shouldn't.
All right. Now, everyone who's there at the house as a defendant, the law requires I adjourn this for 7 days. I'm going to continue this.
I can't go to work until, I can't even put a lock on my door anymore because they broke in Wednesday night and I haven't been to work since because otherwise I'll lose everything else I got in my room. They stole my whole life. I had a lockbox in there that had my grandson's first haircut, pictures of my mom, my dad.
All right. Well, I can't just immediately throw them out. The law requires that I set it for another hearing for 7 days. This is not good. You guys are all living there. No one's paying any rent. There's no lease. He's afraid to be in his own house. And if I could kick you out right now, I guess I might, but the law requires I set this for a hearing. So I'm going to continue it to 1:05 next Friday, March 3rd. Mr. Matheny, if you can't do a better job of logging in, you need to come here to the courthouse.
Okay,
We wasted about a half an hour waiting for you to come in. You can come right here to the court and we'll make accommodations for you.
okay.
Ladies, what's your position? Is anybody willing to move or everybody wants to wait to get forced out by the sheriff? Christina,
We've-
you got any input here?
I've been trying to find a place. It's hard. We have animals. My daughter does. I actually started putting my stuff in storage.
How about everybody else that you let move in? Is anybody willing to move out?
Your Honor, I didn't let anybody move in except my daughter moved in with me. Ken moved everybody else in. They were here after I had already moved in. He has a guy living in the basement who does drugs.
All right, well, this is probably, I don't think the city of Sturgis is aware this is going on. It's probably an unlawful, unregistered rental, and you got too many people in the same amount of space. And so at some point, you're just gonna have to move. But this isn't good. All right, but bottom line is, whether I like it or anybody else likes it, we have to adjourn this to March 3rd. And so he wants everybody out, and probably if the city found wind of this, they probably condemn it. You can't have unregistered rentals. You have to have inspections, smoke detectors, sanitation, that sort of thing. You can't just move random people. Although if they're moving in and they're not paying rent, they don't have a lease, that may not be it. So that's what it is. You're just living there and he wants you to move without benefit of a lease. So
We were paying
Mr.
rent
Matheny,
until
just a
he
minute,
told us.
Mr. Matheny, did anybody ever pay any rent?
Yes, my, Shay paid for about 5 or 6 weeks.
All right, well, then you are running an illegal rental in the city of Sturgis. So you folks need to prepare to get out of there. We'll address this further next Friday by. Good afternoon, Lance.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Clipfell, are you there?
Yes, we're all here.
All right, Krista, Curtis,
It-
Nivea, Caleb.
It's Christy.
It's Christina, Nevaeh, and Caleb is not here.
You don't live here anymore.
Yeah, you told me he was no longer there.
Yeah.
All right, for on the record, this is a return to file 23123 LT. We were here last week and Ken Matheny was here. He's the owner of this property, 212 South Monroe Street, and he wants all these parties to leave. And they don't wish to leave, but they're all in the same house. There's no lease. They are what's known as tenants at sufferance. Is that true, Mr. Matheny? You still want them to move?
Yes, sir.
All right. Shay or anybody else, do you wish to speak?
Not really.
We've been trying to find a place.
We've been trying to find a place.
Well, you got 10 days to do it. You got to move by the 13th of March or you're subject to being evicted.
Okay.
That's when the sheriff comes, puts your stuff out on the curb. Here, there's no security deposit or anything. I would suggest that Mr. Matheny, after you get him out, you perhaps change the locks. But he's going through the proper steps to get possession of his property back. And you have 10 days to move. We adjourn this for 7 days, which the law requires, and then the law gives you an additional 10 days to move or be subject to being evicted. Mr. Matheny, you can go right down to the court office and get a copy of this. For the rest of you, we'll make extra copies. You can bring them home, but we'll send them to them. Do you have any questions?
He doesn't even give us our mail, let alone any papers you're gonna send him home with.
Well, I'll send it to you, but you have 10 days to move. That's by the 13th of March. March 13th is a Monday. All right. You're all good to go. Mr. Matheny, if you go down to the counter, we'll get that copy for you.
Thank you very much, John.
All right, the rest of you, best of luck.
Thank you.